Hi everyone. So in till our previous classes, we've learned how to find the LCM uh, by finding the multiples of each number and seeing which is the common multiple. So today we are going to be learning a new method to find the LCM. So it's a little bit different, like similar to finding the GCF, but there's a slight difference, and we need to make sure that we don't confuse it. Okay. So the first question is 12 and 16. Okay. So we find a common number which will divide both the numbers. So 2 6 are 12 and 2 8s are 16. Then both are even. Again, we can say 2, 2 3s are 6 and 2 4s are 8. Now 3 is a prime number. So it can only be divided by itself, so it will not have a common number with 4. So we just say 3 ones are 3 and we write 4 as it is. And then 4 can be done as 2 twos are 4 and then 2 ones are 2. So our main criteria is to stop when we have 1. So if we don't have a common number which divides both the number, we just divide one of the numbers and write the other number as it is. So here 1, we've reached 1. So we only are concerned about dividing the other number. So we can only start dividing one number if we don't have a common number among both the numbers or both the values that we have here. Okay. So now the LCM will be, so all the numbers that we have here multiplied. So it will be 2 into 2 into 3 into 2 into 2. So what will it be? 4 into 4 into 3 into 4. So it will be 4 into 12. That will be 48. So 48 the LCM. So how is it different from GCF? So in GCF, we would have stopped till here. Whenever we don't have a common number which divides both the numbers, we just stop till here. So the GCF in this case we would have stopped at 3 and 4, and the GCF would have been 2 into 2 into 3. So it will be 4 into 3, 12. But in the LCM, we continue to divide till we reach 1 as the lowest value, and then it gives us the LCM. Let's look at another example. 70 and 90. So 70 and 90. So let's start with 2. 2 into 35 is 70 and 2 into 45 is 90. Now they both have 5 as the unit digit, so 5 will be a common factor. So 5 sevens are 35 and 5 nines are 45. So now 7 is a prime number. Okay. So these both numbers won't have a common divisor. Okay. So prime numbers are which cannot be broken down further. Okay. So if in this case, if we would have to find GCF, that is the greatest common factor, it would have been 2 into 5, 10. But we have to find LCM. So we divide them one by one. So we only take 7. 7 ones are 7. 9 is not divisible. We write 9 as it is. And then 3. 3s are 9. And then again we divide by 3. So we stop at 1. So the LCM will be the product of all these numbers. So 2 into 5 into 7 into 3 into 3. So 2 into 5 is 10, and sorry, this is 3. 3 3s are 9, 9 sevens are 63. So it will be 630. So the LCM is 630. So in this case, if we would have tried to find the multiples of 70 and 90 and then found 630, it would have taken us some time. So this is a smaller, faster way to find the LCMs. We just have to remember we have to reduce it till 1. So now here we will try to find the LCM of three numbers, 9, 45 and 81. So they are all are divisible by 3. 3 threes are 9. 3 into 15 is 45. 3 twos are 6. 3 sevens are 21. Then again with 3, 3 ones are 3. 3 fives are 15. 3 nines are 27. Now 5 is a prime number. It cannot be further broken down. So we take 5 ones are 5 and we write 9 as it is. And then 9 is divisible by 3. And then 3 is again divisible by 3. So the LCM in this case will be 3 into 3 into 5 into 3 into 3. So that will be 9 into 9 fives are 45 and that will be 405. Okay. Okay. Now let's look at another example with three numbers. So we do 24, 36 and 48. Okay. So they all are even. They all will be divisible by 2. 16, 24. Again 2. 2 6 are 12. 2 9s are 18. 2 into 12 is 24. Now they all will be divisible by 3. 3 2s are 6. 3 3s are 9. 3 4s are 12. Now 2 and 4 are divisible by 2 but 3 is not. Okay. So like we learned before, if it was a GCF, we would have stopped here, and in this case, the GCF would be 2 into 2, 4, 4 into 3, 12. But in case of LCM, even if two numbers have common, 3 does not have it, we can divide by 2 ones are 2, 3 and 2 twos are 4. Now 2 and 3 are prime, so we can just first divide 3 by 1, 3 by 3, it's 1, then all we left is with 2. And then we divide by 2, we get all ones. Okay. So in this case, the LCM will be 2 into 2 into 3 and then 2 into 3 into 2. So what will it be? 2 twos are 4, 3 into 2 is 6 and then 3 into 2 is 6. So 4 fours are 16 into 6 will be, sorry. So 4 into 36 will be how much? 144. So the LCM is 144. So with bigger numbers, we don't have to find the multiples of all the three. We can use this method. We just remember to reduce it till 1 and multiply all the numbers to find the LCM. I hope you understood it. If you have any questions, please write down in the comments below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.